For 20 years, Public Advocate has stood against the Gay Bill of Special Rights, but Congress is right now advancing that very bill through the process. The House just voted 236 to 173 recently to pass what they title the Equality Act, pushed by Speaker Nancy Pelosi. You may have heard the alarmed notices from Republicans and major conservative groups in recent days and weeks. I say welcome to the fight. It's late, but we still can turn this around, maybe. For 20 years, we've been mocked for opposing the Gay Bill of Special Rights. Even conservative pro-family groups refuse to stand beside us against this insidious bill. These silent pro-family groups were complicit with radical leftist groups and the news media. They all said it was crazy to worry about men using bathrooms with little girls. Yet it's happening every day now. Men disturb and violate women and little girls' privacy in most localities on a daily basis now. They thought it was absurd to worry about businesses being forced to take part in homosexual weddings. Yet now, Christians face life-ruining fines and court battles just for turning down business opportunities they found abhorrent. They laughed when I said repeatedly, homosexuals would soon be above the law. But we just saw Jussie Smollett walk free after committing hate crimes against American Christians. Violence by masked homosexuals against Trump-supporting conservatives occurs daily, just as I predicted and reported to you. We are now facing the latest incarnation of the Gay Bill of Special Rights with the passage of the so-called Equality Act by the House. And for the first time, everyone on the right is lined up behind us to fight it. They are scared, as they should be. I'm glad the rest of the pro-family movement and conservatives on the right are finally on board. But let's face it, none of them understand this threat like you and I do. We have followed this piece of legislation through every twist and turn. We know every trick in the radical left's bag, and we know just how destructive the Gay Bill of Special Rights will be if ever passed. Nancy Pelosi is pushing this newest version of the Equality Act, but the word equality barely appears anywhere in the dozens of pages of text. What this bill will do is deliver every item on the homosexual lobby's wish list. Churches, daycares, Christian schools, private businesses, all of them will be legally constrained under this bill. All of them will be exposed to frivolous and ruinous lawsuits by radical homosexual activists. Women and children will lose all privacy rights, and women now have to compete against men in every competition. This bill will enshrine sexual orientation and gender identity as protected classes in federal law. This threat has never been stronger or the consequences graver, but Public Advocate has defeated the Gay Bill of Special Rights more times than I can remember, and with your tireless effort, we could beat it again. However, it's going to take all hands on deck. Nancy Pelosi has rammed this bill through the House, 236 to 173, and the homosexual lobby has camouflaged the bill better than ever before. We live in an era where everyone automatically supports so-called equality. So we have to make sure now that our senators, and especially President Trump, see the truth of this bill. Our options now, we could stop it in the Senate, we could stop it with a veto by President Donald Trump, we could stop it in the House in a vote to overturn President Trump's veto. Public Advocate has led the fight for more than 20 years against the Gay Bill of Special Rights, and now we aren't going to give up. Thank you.